Hey guys, it's Silverbane here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Minecraft Impossible plugin that was developed by me, Silverbane, and Nickel Alias. And we're just going out there and showing everyone how to play the game right now. And just to give you a little bit of a background, Minecraft Impossible is a bucket server collection of plugins with basically a custom capsule that makes them all run together and play like an entire configuration of the game. So the idea is that it makes the survival game more PvP centered, allows you to get armies and catapults and declare war on other people, capture flags, and the list goes on. It also makes the survival portion much more difficult. So really quick, we're just this one specifically is about how to play and basically what you need to learn and understand before you actually either run your own server, which will be that whole tutorial will be in another video, which you can find on my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to play on somebody else's server, I will try to list them on this YouTube channel in the comments below. So make sure to check those out. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to go ahead and log into a server right now. So here we go. The first thing you're going to see when you log in is basically you're going to be put into a section of the world which is going to be blocked off. This is what's called the setup location. During the setup location, you need to choose your teams or join a team that already exists. Right now this is a new world, so there's no world yet created. And if you notice that there was a pop-up that asked me to type in /mi, so make sure to type in that command when you first join in. Here you'll see the setup screen, and really all you get here is you click the start game or rejoin. If you click that, it'll pop up with, if you're the server admin, which I am, it'll pop up with the game properties to start a new game. So here we can see the world size, small, medium, or large, so you can pick from 3 different world sizes. We'll go with medium. And then you have your victory points. This is basically as you kill monsters or boss mobs, or even capture other people's flags, you can steal points. This is going to determine the winner. So once the points get to the end, that team wins. So we're going to go ahead and put that to 250. And then you're going to go ahead and you want to choose whether you want friendly fire on or off. So we're going to go ahead and keep friendly fire off here. And then you want to set your difficulty. This really, basically what this is going to do is change the spawn rate of the mobs. So, hard, you're going to get a lot more mobs. It's basically simple as that. So I'll make it hard. And then when you're all done, if there's a bunch of other people here, or if you just want to see what you've set it to, you click the announce. And when you click announce, it'll tell you everything you picked down here on the side. And it'll also be in the middle of the screen for everybody else, so that they'll be able to see what you've picked. If you need to change anything, you got to go through here and just kind of click all the buttons again and then hit the announce. Once you've decided that's good, I'm all set, I'm ready to go and play, you click start game. Once you hit the start game option, team selected started, it's going to pop up a couple times for everybody on the server. And basically what they're all going to go and do is they're going to start picking their teams. So when I when I click /mi now, it's going to look like this. So I'm going to go ahead and escape out of this. So if I were somebody else and I hit /mi, now that the game has been set up, they're going to have to click on here, and they're going to have to pick a team. So if you pick a team, if you're the first person to pick a team, you become the squad leader. So therefore, you're going to be the one who has to place the flag, and you're going to be the one who has to accept new people into the team. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and just pick a team. And this was basically the same for other people, and I'm going to show you what it looks like later on if you just join into a game that's currently running or want to join a team. So I'm going to go ahead and hit join blue. And now it says I've joined Team Blue, and now when I'm ready to go ahead and place the flag, I just go ahead and say /mi and click join or start game. There you go. Instead of one, it's going to make me the flag bearer in a sense. So I'm going to run into here, and once it's all loaded up, the reason why it has 2 steps there and you have to type in /mi twice is I want to be able to have everyone be able to pick a team, and then one person be the flag bearer after they kind of discuss it. So there you go. And now basically it's got to wait for that loading screen to end. What it's doing is it's separating everybody from each other, so that no one's kind of next to each other. And once you get in the server, you'll notice that I'm good, set to go. And if I press E, I've got weakness, mining fatigue, resistance, and water breathing. This will last the entire time I look for finding a spot to settle. So it's going to keep on saying, make your base, until we find a good spot. If you fall in water, it's going to actually recycle, and it's going to try to spawn you somewhere else. It's going to you're going to be in water for a little bit, you're going to get like 30 seconds to find land, and then it'll try to spawn you somewhere else. Once you find a good spot to settle, it's going to be really important in this portion of the game to find a good spot. Well, one of the key differences from this server that you're going to notice is that you're going to only be able to make things by water. You can't actually pick up water and put water somewhere else. Same thing with lava. You can't do that either. So if you want to make your base, you want to be by water, you want to be by food, you want to be by trees. It just makes life a lot easier. So this is actually a pretty good spot right away. I like how the fact that there's trees right here. I like how there's water right over here. I can just place it right here in this nice little open spot. When I'm ready, you just type in /mi, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to want to click on the settle command. And that'll start the settling process. Once the settling is complete, the loading will be finished, and everyone else can join in then on your team. And it says basically that you are all set, and that the other people on your team can join you. So one thing you want to know is right here on the blue flag, you're going to see that it says that is where your blue flag is, that you have no text selected, and how to stand on the command block and activate it. You're also going to see way up in the air that you have a blue flag, and everyone can see that, and that will always stay there. You can't remove it. So that's just so that if you build underground or any of those issues, people will be able to find you, because this is, once again, it's a survival and PvP centric, so it's got two little aspects to it. Alright, so what the first thing you want to do is once you place your flag, other people will join you. They'll start spawning right here, and then your team can start building your defense. What I want to show you though is the most important thing early on, is that you cannot break stone. Directly. If you get an iron pickaxe, you can break it, but your iron pickaxe will break quickly. This promotes exploration. So basically what that means is that other people are going to have to go and explore and find caves, and resources are going to matter. And there's also a tech that helps you with this too. So there's no basically taking a stone pickaxe and just mining straight down and making a tunnel. You actually have to go into caves, fight, and kind of get your way through and find minerals. So though you need cobblestone, so one of the ways you get cobblestone is you actually can break the coal with a wooden pickaxe. So I'm going to grab a wooden pickaxe here. I'm going to make one really quick. So I'm going to show you how that looks. So we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a table, and then hopefully I have enough here. I'm going to place that, and let's make ourselves, I need to get one more piece of wood. Well, actually, here we go. Let's just do this. One more piece of wood. So get ourselves a nice little pickaxe here, and from here should be able to just go ahead and mine this coal, and boom. Now what we see here is this now turned into cobblestone. So that's how you collect cobblestone to create other things. You have to find a nice resource. I'll show you an example of trying to see the stone. It says you'll need an iron or diamond pickaxe or break stone. Try exploring natural formations. So that's how you do that. A couple other things. Gravity is affected differently. A lot of items that will be considered loose will now drop. So dirt, cobblestone, wood. A lot of wood doesn't drop. It's mostly dirt, cobblestone, and other kind of loose material will actually drop. So there's a lot of avalanches, cave collapses, a lot of other new things you got to deal with in this world that actually makes it pretty satisfying and exciting to kind of explore caves. Another thing that's really important to notice is that monsters will break blocks. This is really important. You will build your base and it will be attacked by monsters at night. Hordes and hordes and hordes of monsters. And what you need to do is build a defense early on. I mean, I can't stress that more. You want to build a defense. You want to get a wall up. You want to get, a wooden door up. You want to get anything you can do to kind of funnel monsters and to attack them at night. If you don't do that, you're going to die a lot in the first night. So make sure to actually build your base up. Now going on to a little bit more into the game. If you type in /mi when standing over a command block and hit activate building, which is the red block on the bottom there, you're going to go ahead and get this flag menu. This is actually specifically the menu for your flag. So you're going to have other buildings that you're going to be able to do this to, and they're all going to give you new abilities and different abilities. The flag ability basically allows you to save your territory. So anything in your territory, you can save it. And then later on, if it gets destroyed, you can repair what you saved. So I can show you an example of that right now. I'm going to go ahead and save what I have now. This is going to go ahead and do a loading screen quick here, and it'll save everything we have. Now, let's say somebody comes in and breaks something within my territory. Let's say they break this. Okay. I go jump right back on here. I click activate building, and I say, hey, I want to repair that. You're going to get a little NPC that says, hey, I can repair that for you. You don't have to do it yourself. You click on him with an empty hand. He says, hey, I need 1 oak wooden stair. So you collect it, you have it equipped, and you right click twice. And there he goes. Boom, repaired it, done. Fixed it for you, everything's done, and then he will disappear. So that's a nice little thing at the end of the night. If everything gets it just gets demolished, you'll be able to get them repaired. Secondly, going into the activate building that you're going to want to know. From your flag menu, you will be able to research technology. This is very important. Learn how this works. Anything we add to the game or anything like new that this is how we kind of put it together into the system. So barracks, Art of War 1. This allows you to build the barracks. When you go and click on a technology, it's going to select that for your entire team. So anytime anybody goes to this technology or gets tech during this time that you have Art of War 1 selected, will go towards Art of War, which needs 5 research points. So if I go to the right-hand side column here, this is how you can convert research points. So you have research for turning in book and quill. So you get a book and quill, you have it in your inventory, and you click on this, it'll give you 1 research point per book and quill. Lapis lazuli, 1 research point for each one of those. You got purple dye, you got cyan dye, you get 2 research points for each one of those, and then you can take an entire block of lapis, and that will give you 9 research points. Then one of the most common ways in the very beginning to get research points is to use your experience points and an emerald. Emeralds will drop off some of the boss mobs, and what you do is if you get at least level 20 and you use 1 emerald and you click on this, it'll give you 1 research point. At level 30, you get 3 research points. At 40, you get 8 research points, and so on. So the more you kind of save up your levels, the more experience per level you're going to get in research points. So that's kind of awesome. It's a great way early on to try to get some of these things researched. To give you an idea, barracks are going to let you basically hire swordsmen, and those guys will be able to protect you or help you fight other people, which is great. It's fun to play with. There's a whole system for that, which I can go into in a little bit. Then you have tactics, wall climbing. That's going to allow you, if you have, and once you research it, if you have ladders or string inside your inventory, you'll just be able to climb walls anywhere basically, which is nice, but it'll consume it over time. These are I'm only going to go over the ones that have been implemented right now, and then the ones that are going to be futurely implemented, I'll explain in a second. So tactics 2 and 3 don't do anything right now, so you don't have to worry about those. Just really tactics 1 is implemented. Then we have archery. Archery 1, 2, and 3 are all implemented. And what that does is allows you to build a Fletcher. And once the Fletcher is built, if you go into the barracks, you can now build swordsmen and bowmen, which is really cool. So that's something that's been implemented. So all the barracks and all the archery are all good, set to go. Then there's ballistics. Ballistics allow you to build catapults and right here, trebuchet, cannons, and a mortar. And what that basically is going to do is once you've discovered it, you can actually go to the location, build a catapult, and actually shoot at other people with the catapult, which will then explode, on impact. This is the only way that you can assault someone's base that has a wall. You could try doing some TNT and dropping on it and like shooting TNT cannons. That will still work. It doesn't work very well. Catapult works much better. Because the one thing this is going to allow you to do is break their walls. You won't be able to break other people's walls without catapults or some kind of siege engine. Once you've actually been able to break through their walls, and then you can attack their flag. So you'll have to, if somebody puts up walls, you're going to have to break through those walls and then get to their base, which then you can activate a capture the flag option, which will if you're standing on top of their flag command block, you can then type in the command and it'll activate that, and then there'll be a whole procedure to actually steal their points and get it back to your flag. All right, so and then you have metallurgy, which basically is not implemented right now, so we're going to go ahead and skip over that. But I believe you need to discover it anyways. Right now, it's not going to really give you anything, but you're going to need it for some of these Art of War higher up barracks. Then you have horseback riding, not totally implemented yet, and what that's going to do is going to make it so that you can put some of these swordsmen and archers on horses and more. Mysticism, this is going to be this is not implemented as well, but that will add magic to the game, and you'll have to build a wizard's tower for that. Domestication, you're going to need some of these for probably your barracks and whatnot, but not implemented yet. Mining is very close to implemented. It's going to allow you to create, get a guy who will actually mine for you in the specific way you want him to mine. So he'll actually create mines. That's almost ready for deliverability, but that's what that will do. Agriculture and city planning, those are also not implemented yet. So here we go. So that's just, you click on the thing, you then click on research selected. It's going to tell you, I don't have enough. But that will then research that barracks, and it'll show right here, Art of War, instead of 0 out of 5, it'll say 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, and go on. So that's a quick overview of how the technology plugin works in the Minecraft Impossible plugin. All right, a couple other things that you can do in your building for the flag, really quick, is that you can claim more land. Land is very important because it protects your base from other players, and it protects yourself from monsters from spawning inside your base at first until you get enough points. It also protects you from creeper explosion. Only standard creeper explosion, not the other explosions. Later on, that will fade away as well, and then you'll have to deal with creepers in general. It also will then protect you if you die for 15 seconds. It'll protect you from any monsters for 15 seconds. It kind of puts an orb of protection around you. So how do you expand your border? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to select which way, north, south, which, east, west, and just say, I want to expand south, 4 blocks. You select it, and then you say, hey, I want to expand my borders. You click expand borders, and if I had enough money, which I don't because it requires 5 emeralds, it'll expand my borders of my base 4 blocks to the south. So that's how you do that. And that's the overview of basically what you can do in the flag menu. So there's really that, you can deposit the enemy flag, obviously. So that's if you're doing attack. But that's the flag. So what we're going to do really quick is now we're just going to go do a review of what other options you can do in just a standard MI menu. If you click /MI and you look in here, you're going to see that you have the ability to attack someone's flag. So if you get to an enemy flag, you step over it and you click the attack, that's going to initiate attack. And that'll allow you to then, over a certain period of time, steal that flag and bring it back. Teleport to team's flag. This is very important. It was warning. It clears your entire inventory. This only is really useful when you somehow have lost your spawn point and like maybe a monster blew up your bed and you want to get back to your flag and you don't care if you lose everything. It's going to cost some points and it's going to bring you back to your inventory with all your inventory is going to be cleared. Toggle climbing. That's basically once you've discovered the climbing tech, you click here and it'll start doing the ability to allow you to climb, and you go back in here and click it to disable it. Settle, we've already gone over that. Actually, after this, it's kind of useless, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, build ballistics. This is really important for building cannons, catapults, and trebuchets. So what you would do is you would click on it, and if you had discovered the tech, you were going to go ahead and be able to click catapult. And then once you select that, it's going to kind of show you the catapult, and then you know where it's going to spawn and how it's going to look. And then once you've done that, you hit build accepted plan. Okay, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the control builder commands, control sentry, remove snow, activate building, kill boss mobs abilities. So really quick, remove snow. Monsters build to you. So if you try to build up high, it's actually going to be worse for you because they're going to actually build up to you, come from underneath, and kill you. So what that allows you to do is every once in a while there's going to be snow everywhere. You can click it, and for your team, you'll remove all the snow in your area. Kill boss mobs. It can only happen once every 24 hours. This is specifically used for if you're really in trouble and there's a boss mob that is just pestering you and you really can't get rid of them. You click on this, it'll kill all the mobs in the world for everybody. which is the reason why your team can only do it once every 24 hours. All right, in a moment here, I'm going to go over control builder, control sentry, build ballistics, and you'll go ahead and understand how that. All right, so now that we've been able to gather enough experience to discover a tech, we're going to go ahead and run over to our flag. We're going to go ahead and click on activate building, and we're going to try to get Art of War discovered. So I'm level 40, so if I go to technology and I have Art of War 1 selected and I click on research, I got an emerald and it says Art of War 1 is discovered, which basically means I can now go ahead and discover how to make a barracks. So now that Art of War 1 is discovered, I'm going to go ahead and change the tech to another tech so that our team can discover that new tech as well. So change our tech over to ballistics to get cannons, and you'll see that ballistics is now selected. So we're good. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and show you how to build a barracks. First thing you're going to want to do is find a good location. I'm going to go ahead and find a nice little flat spot right in front of my base. Why not? And I'm going to go ahead and type in /mi, look in the direction I want to place it, and whatever direction you're facing, the door is going to be looking right at you. So just remember that. So that's how that all works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say I want to build a barracks. So hit control builder and then say barracks. What's going to happen is it's going to load here for a second, and the barracks plan will be activated, and it's going to give you what the barracks will look like when it is fully upgraded. What you'll notice is inside there's an orange section. This orange section is what the barracks will look like with the first upgrade. So you'll get an understanding of kind of what everything will look like. It's really important to kind of take a look. You can even go downstairs. You got some time to look at, how is it going to look, what's all down here. Make sure everything looks good. And once you're all happy with how it looks, you're going to go ahead and want to accept it. So you go ahead and type in /mi. You're going to go to control builder, and you're going to say I accept this plan. So you have all these options here. What we're going to do is we're going to hit build accepted plan. Now what will happen here is it's going to say it's ready to go. So what you do now is the builder is going to actually ask you for the materials. So if you click on the builder with an empty hand, it's going to tell you, hey, you need all of these materials. So what we're going to do is we're going to just show you quickly how it looks like when you give him a material. I'm going to right click twice. I gave him all the wood he needs, and now he doesn't need wood anymore. He needs stone bricks and beds, and so on. So I could go, just kind of keep on clicking him, going through, and basically once you've given him all the materials he needs, he's gonna basically say, start building it. So here, I'll go ahead and give him the materials, and the next thing you'll see, it's gonna. All right. So now that we've given him all the materials, he'll basically just need a bed now, and I'll show you what happens when you give him the materials he needs, and he'll go ahead and start building. So here he goes. What he'll notice is he is actually building the basement first. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of just fly around and show you kind of him at work. And once he's done building the entire section, you'll notice that you will be teleported to him, and you will have to activate that building. It's really important that you stay online and everything's all set so that you can go ahead and activate that when everything is said and done. So here you go. You can see that he's finally finished building the basement, and he's working on the upper portion. It is also note that no one can kill the builder, so once he starts working, he will complete it. No one can kind of grief him or anything like that. So he should be safe to just kind of do his work on his own. You can see he's building the base. Right now, this is the first level of the barracks, so you're going to see what it's going to look like when it's all done. Remember, if you have any questions about the plugin, you can actually visit our GitHub website, which is GitHub Minecraft Impossible. I'll keep the link down in the comments. Go ahead and go there for 1, reporting any bugs, and 2, for any kind of comments or anything like that if you want to get a hold of us. Alright, so now that the builder is done, it's going to say the barrack east has been built, and it wants you to go to the command block and stand over it. So what we're going to have to do is, you see it teleported us here. We're going to walk over here. And you're going to go ahead and stand over the command block, type in /mi, and you're going to activate the building. This actually now makes it your building. So now it's Team Blue's building. You have now declared that this is your barracks. So what you're going to see is right over the command block, it's going to say this is the blue barracks, and you're all set to go. Now the barracks is in and ready to be used. You'll notice sometimes that there's a few things that drop off the wall, like torches and what. You can always put those back up. If you scroll down in here in the basement, you're going to see a good amount of beds all set down here, and that's going to determine how many troops you have. So you can, right now, obviously in the very beginning, you can have 6 guys, so you can recruit 6 soldiers. It's kind of nice. Once you have the barracks built, you can go scroll over it, and just like before, you go ahead and hit activate building. But now, since you're doing the barracks instead of the flag, you have new options. You're going to be able to specify which pop slot you're going to want to build. So this is basically, since you have 6 guys, you can choose 6 different population slots, which you can then put people into. So we're going to select pop slot 1, and we're going to go ahead and hire a soldier level 1. There is 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of soldiers, and they all require different tech, different levels of the barrack. Right now, since we only have level 1, we can only hire as soldier level 1. You also, obviously, if you have the bow, the Fletcher, you can hire bowmen. And this is where you would hire the bowman, after you activate the Fletcher. You can also demolish the building or upgrade the barracks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hire a soldier, show you how this all works, and kind of give you an understanding of how to control a soldier. So now that we selected blue 1, we got blue 1 chasing us around, and he will be able to run around and fight monsters for us. So where did he go? I'm going to go ahead and change my game mode here, and I'll show you kind of how he works. And he's kind of, if they get stuck like this, the best thing to do is just kind of run away, and they should teleport to you over time. There they go. So, and they just follow and protect you. That's their default setting. They will continue to follow you and protect you while you have them on the default setting. Now, let's say you want to get him to patrol your territory. This is a really nice thing to do when you are away or you're offline. So to do that is you're going to go ahead and hit MI, and you're going to go ahead and hit Control Sentry. And in here, you're going to say, which sentry do I want to control? Here's your 6 sentries to select. I'm going to control this guy I have selected. And I'm going to tell him to either move, guard me, guard location, path editor, or stats. Stats is nice because you can see all his hit points, what he's doing, is he hurt, all that kind of wonderful stuff. What I'm going to show you right now is how to tell him to move to your location. We already know what that does. Guard me, that's obvious. He'll follow you and guard you. You click it and he'll start doing that. Guard location mode. Now this is really nice because if I just click this, he's going to stay here. And he'll just stay in that spot, and if any monster comes up to him, I'll give you an example. He'll start fighting it. So let's do zombie. Let's do some zombie right here, and I'll just throw it on the ground. Oh, looks like I have I have protection set up on here, so let's get outside of the territory. There you go. Throw some zombies on here. They couldn't spawn inside the territory because in the beginning you have zombie protection. But you see, here he goes. He's fighting. He might actually die. I think I spawned too many. There he goes. So he'll just keep protecting that area and killing the zombies. Once he's killed the zombies, we're going to say, all right, well, how's he doing? Let's look at how he feels. Control Sentry. And we're going to go ahead and click on stats. He is almost dead. 9 out of 60 hit points. So how do we heal him? That's always a good question. Well, the best way to heal him is just to feed him. So let's feed him some cooked meat. Let's get him some cooked pork chops. Or actually, let's just give him cookies. I think that's a good one. Yeah, who doesn't like cookies? So you get cookies in your inventory and you click on them. It says, yummy, thank you for the cookie. Now, if you look, just from giving him a cookie, and you hit stats, you should notice that his hit points went up to 30. So cookies are nice because it gives them a buff on top of a few things. I have a huge list of this in the GitHub that will kind of explain everything. It'll be in the wiki, and what food does what and how much hit points it gives you. So it's nice. And then here I'll just give him a pork chop. Oh, let's see. Look at that. See, he's full right now from giving him the cookie. So we got to wait a few seconds. So And then once that reaches the max for a cookie, which I think is like 200 seconds, I think the cookie's the least amount, you can feed him more. But you'll also notice, since he's still got the cookie, he probably still is healing. So he's probably all done healing. Let's see here. Go ahead and MI. We're going to click on Control Sentry, and we're going to click on Stats. Oh, that's it. He's still healing, 39 out of 60. So a cookie gives him a really big buff right away. Oh, there he goes. I am hungry again. So there you go. It gets an alert that he's hungry. It took 151 seconds. I give him a pork chop, and that's going to last a lot longer, but it's not going to give him that initial boost, and it'll heal him over time. Once you get future tech that we haven't implemented yet, there's actually like a granary or whatever that you'll be able to put food into, and it'll automatically feed your troops in the area. Right now that is not implemented, but that is an idea, so donate and that may become implemented. Just make sure when you donate you tell us what you want implemented, what do you want us to work on. That'll help us kind of decide what to work on next. Alright, so now that we showed you how the blue soldier works, I'm going to show you how the path editor works so that get him to kind of protect your land. So we're going to go ahead and click on MI, we're going to click on Control Sentry, and we're going to go ahead and say Path Editor. What this will do is once you click on it, you'll have to hit left click to add a waypoint and right click to remove the waypoint. So we'll go ahead and click Path Editor, and it says left click to add a waypoint, right click to remove. So let's say I want you to move here, waypoint 1. Alright, and I want you to move well the way over. I'm just going to have them go around the entire base. Here. Left click. And then way over here. I'm just going to left click again. Okay. Oh, hold on. Up. It's too long. Okay. And one more waypoint right over here. So 20. Up. There you go. Waypoint. And I believe one more waypoint, let's say like right here. And let's see here now. I believe to end it, once you've left clicked enough, you go ahead and so left click to add waypoint, right click to remove. Type toggle path to toggle showing entities at waypoints, triggers to enter the trigger editor, and clear to clear all waypoints. So you can actually type those commands if you need to. So now that we're done, we should be able to just go click on MI and get out of the waypoint editor by going to Control Sentry and click on Toggle. Exited. So there you go. So now we're all set. So he should theoretically run around in the area we told him. I don't know how many waypoints you can give him. So right now it looks like I kind of try to overdo it. I try to make him go through the entire base, but I believe you only have a certain limit to your waypoints. I put too many waypoints down, which is good because what the idea is that you have like 6 soldiers and each one is going to be patrolling a certain part of the wall. They're not going to go around the entire base. So you can see, I think it's the edited like 3 waypoints, and he's just going between those 3 waypoints. But it's one thing you could do. It's very cool. It's a lot of fun. And that's how you control your guys. If you want to get them off the waypoint editor, obviously you just hit MI, you tell him to come to you, control builder, and you say guard me. And oh, he's not doing the patrol anymore. He is now guarding your location. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the ballistics section and how to... Oh, actually, we're going to go ahead and show you how to upgrade a barracks, but first I got to discover that tech, so here we go. Alright, so back to it, and now that we have Art of War 2 discovered, after discovering Domestication 1 and Art of War 1, and we can get Art of War 2, going to go ahead and upgrade the barracks. So we're going to move into the barracks, we're going to go right over the barracks thing, we're going to activate the barracks we want to upgrade, and we're going to go ahead and say we want to upgrade this barracks. Alright, it's going to load here, and now it's going to say Barracks 2 plan has been activated, and it's going to give you a great example of what the Barracks 2 is going to look like. So you get a quick little glass representation of the Barracks 2 and where its location and like where it's going to place the items. So there you go. So once you're kind of, hey, this is good, this is what I want, you're going to go ahead and walk up to here. You're going to click on Control Your Builder, and you're going to say Build the Accepted Plan. But let's say I don't like it. Let's just say that. Well, you have some options to do here. You can cancel that build, You can wait till the timer goes off. You can also cancel the plan. And what that'll do is just cancel it out, and then you can go ahead and, figure it out later, or build a barracks and remove the building, move the barracks somewhere, and go from there. I'm not going to go really into that, but another thing you can do is remove the builder. So, and that'll despawn him if you have any problems with him. So selecting the builder, if you have more than one builder, I don't think that'll ever happen, but that'll let you select the builder. All right, so let's say we do like this plan, we're good to go. We can go ahead and build accepted plan. And now it says it has started. So once again, he'll sit here and wait until you give him all the materials that you need in order for this to be built. So if I right click on him twice, it'll say I need these materials. So here we go. I'll be right back and give him the materials, and he'll build the upgraded barracks, and then we'll have a barracks 2, and it'll go from there. And I'm not actually going to show you in this video just to save time, but basically after you do that, I can hire the stone soldiers who will make my soldiers a little bit better. What we're going to do is we're going to do the one last tutorial to show you, which is how to build a catapult now. So I'm going to go ahead and discover that tech, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. I'm just going to run over with a cow in the way, and I'm going to run over here. And since I have lapis lazuli, it's going to be pretty quick here. I'm just going to scroll over this, activate building, and I'm going to say I want to discover the ballistics 1 tech, and go ahead and use my lapis lazuli and keep on clicking on it until it gets 45 out of 50 on the bottom left there. And now I've discovered it. Ballistics 1 has been discovered. So we're going to go over how to build the catapult now that we've discovered ballistics 1. We're going to walk over, and it's really important to pay attention to this. But what you're going to do is you're going to click /mi, and you're going to click on build ballistics instead of control builder, and you're going to select the catapult that you want to build. It's going to give you an example of what the catapult's going to look like and where it's going to be placing it, and you can see this is where it's going to place it. This is the way it's going to face. Whatever direction you're facing is the way it's going to face when you build it. And then once you're all set, that's where you want to build it. You click on MI, and you go to build ballistics, and you say you have to make sure you're in the build ballistics, not the control sentry menu, and you're going to hit build accepted plan. He will then ask you for the stuff to give to him, and once you give him the stuff, he will build the ballistics right there, and it'll look like this. If any damage is done to your catapult, it will stop working. So basically you have to rebuild it. How do you control a catapult? Well, for a catapult, you're going to want to add counterweights. So you go up to, add some counterweights. You're going to add 1 kilogram of counterweights. You can overload it if you want, but that may cause a problem. Use stone brick for that. Once it doesn't take away stone brick, it's just telling you how much weight you need. So you just got to have at least 1 stone brick on you to specify the weight. Then you're going to put the projectile in. So we're going to go ahead and put in a projectile of loose rocks. Once you're in there, you can right click on this. It's going to tell you what you're set to. Loose rocks already loaded. Basically fire it right now, or if you want to change the direction, you're going to have to right click. Let's say if we want to go left or right, you're going to right click on these wheels with your empty hand, and it'll change the direction. You'll hear it kind of clicking. But let's say we're good and we want to shoot it, so right click on this, and there you go, loose rocks. And there you go. So that's how you shoot the cannon. Now if you want to do a little bit more, you can let's say we want to put stone in there instead. So let's go ahead and put our counterweights on. And let's put ourselves a piece of stone in here. So now we have stone loaded, and we're going to go ahead and shoot it. And you're going to see it's 1 projectile instead of a bunch of loose rocks. But that one does more damage. So if we run over here, we'll see where that one landed. And there should be damage done. Loose rocks actually doesn't do much damage, but it might have actually not done any damage. It might have fallen in the water over here. But anyways, you get an idea. You can see some damage done right here. And as you get better tools, better options, it looks like some damage was done over here. It's going to be able to assault the base better, and you're going to see a lot more damage being done from the catapults and cannons. So that kind of is an overview of all the things that you can do with this plugin. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy playing. I really look forward to seeing you guys on the server. Once again, remember, check out the server IPs below, join one of the games going on, or download the GitHub server plugin collection and run a server yourself. If you got any questions, remember I will always be on YouTube, but you'll be able to post some questions. You want something done, or you have some questions, I'll make a video for it. Thanks for watching. If you like this, subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you guys again, and hope to see you on the game, and I hope to play with you soon. Thanks.